Hey, welcome back lads. So we have another update about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 that is interesting to say the least, because we've had our first look at raw gameplay and there is a lot to break down there, but first I do want to talk about the multiplayer reveal event and multiplayer beta, because the dates for those have been officially confirmed and that's where it starts to get a little weird. So unfortunately the multiplayer is not going to be revealed until October the 5th, which is still over a month away, about 40 days away, and I can't remember a multiplayer reveal has ever happened that late on. Not sure if that is a good or a bad sign, but what is even more strange is that the multiplayer beta, when we get to play for ourselves, first on PlayStation, starts on the 6th of October. Yeah, that's right, let me make that clear. The multiplayer is revealed one day before we play the beta. Huh? What? Remember that the game is going to fully release in November, so it feels like all of that stuff is being squeezed in last minute in October for some reason. I don't know, it just makes more sense if they did it like in September. That just makes more sense. But anyways, just like last year, the reveal event is titled Call of Duty Next, so it's going to be very similar to what we saw last year. It's like a multiplayer and Warzone reveal mixed into one, where there'll be reveal trailers and probably raw gameplay too. It's kind of like an online presentation, if you like. Now, as per Charlie Intel, the beta is supposed to feature a handful of the maps. It's normally about 3 or 4, right? And there is also going to be one ground war map, which I'm very interested to see. Like, I pray that ground war is more like it was back in Modern Warfare 2019, but hey, that's a discussion for another day that I do plan. So another question that we do have though is, so if the reveal for the full game has already happened, and the multiplayer and Warzone stuff is not going to happen until October, then we have the whole month of September with like, well, what's going to happen? Is it just going to be dry? Is there going to be no info? Zombies? Nah, I think zombies are going to come even later. There'll probably be like an October reveal, you know, a late October, of course. A Halloween reveal is what I meant to say. But yeah, for September, well, if you look at what we just had with the open combat missions video, it's one of those intel drops that they did last year for Modern Warfare 2 as well, where basically it's just a little like teaser video or behind the scenes kind of videos that they dropped a load of last year. It's all about a load of different stuff like characters, storyline, campaign, missions, gameplay, multiplayer, map design, all sorts of like just teaser videos like that. So I think that's what we'll have, maybe like one every week throughout September. So yeah, I think that is that for that topic. So moving on to the two different gameplay videos that they revealed over the past couple of days, we got a look at the Gulag raid mission that sees us returning to Verdansk, the original Warzone map, for the first time in the modern era since it was nuked, because then that teleported us back to the Cold War. But yeah, the mission does take place in the current year, 2023. At first when we saw that this was going to be a mission, we thought it'd be a flashback to before the nuke, but it's not. But that's the confusing part. People are kind of wondering, so did the nuke not happen because it supposedly destroyed Verdansk? But as we see, there's no aftermath of the nuke. There's no, like, you know, well, it's still standing. There's no destruction, no radiation, no nothing. So I just don't see how they can explain that, how a nuke went off here 2 years ago and now it's just back to normal and nothing happened. Another thing is that they haven't mentioned it since, you know, in the storyline. Like, you would have thought that would have been a huge event that would have been talked about or mentioned in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign or something, but no, it's, I guess maybe they just kind of wrote themselves into a corner, I think is the saying with that, you know, nuking Verdansk, then they didn't expect to bring it back, but now they are because of all the nostalgia and people asking for it to come back, even though it's not in Warzone. But yeah, I guess it's just something they're gonna retcon, I guess. The intel drop was specifically showing off the new open combat missions, and this one was centered around the Verdansk Dam, and these missions, I'll describe them as being more dynamic and having more freedom to play as you want to play, in comparison to, like, you know, classic COD missions where you have to follow a very strict path and have to do things in a certain way and a certain pattern. Well, yeah, this is, I guess it's kind of like a campaign mission with some elements of like Spec Ops, DMZ and Warzone mixed into one. Yeah, pretty cool, I guess. But that's about that for the update. So yeah, stay spicy and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.